Hi, everybody. It's just about that time again. We've got an essay that's coming up in a couple of weeks, but at the end of this week, we got our thesis statement that's going to be due. And so what I want to do is I want to do a Zoom session for you guys so that, like I did the last time with the education essay, for this race essay, I want to go through some of the resources for you because as a class, now that we've done one, we know that this is a challenging assignment. We need to draw the reading into support the points that we want to make. We need to have an organized argument. We need to have thesis statements. We need to have developed paragraphs that have at least 2 items of support in each one. So that means that if you've been doing your annotating and you've been thinking about the topics that you want to pursue, then you're going to be one big step ahead. Also, if you've been doing posts in a very concerted manner, as many of you have been doing, I've been reading some absolutely marvelous discussion posts that you have been doing. And if those are on a particular topic, you can pull right from a post that you've written yourself, and you can utilize whatever you've written as long as you put it into that essay format. So let's take a look at the resources that are available to us so that as you go through this, you're going to know exactly what's available to you to help you do this assignment. So I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to go to the website. We're going to go to the shell, the Canvas shell. And we can see here week 13. And as we wind our way through to the end of the week, we got the discussion post on the essay thesis statements. And if I go in there, I've got a teaching portion on thesis statements that talks about thesis statements. And I want you to read this carefully to do well on your essay. All of this builds because 10 points is for your thesis statement. We got another, a certain number of points for your rough draft and so on. So I want you to read through this carefully, especially down here, what not to do in thesis statements. Some of you did not look at this carefully last time, and you did some of the things on what you were not supposed to do. So you're responsible for knowing what not to do in this list. So please don't do those things. If you do those things, your essay is going to kind of fall apart from there because you're not going to have an argument. If you don't have an argument, then you don't have anything to support. Everything cannot be done in terms of the rest of the issues in your essay. So let's then go back to our list here. And the next thing that we've got in our list is essential elements of the college level argument essay, handouts, etc. Another teaching video from me. I'm not sure why this formatting is not correct, but I'll fix it later. We've got a lot of different resources here, a resource on the thesis statement, on topic sentences, on the PI paragraphs, on introductions and conclusions. So for anybody who needs to review these issues, once again, then you have this available to you. I encourage you to do that if you need a refresher on that. Anatomy of a college level essay. This is a download so that you can actually use this for your MLA formatting. So you could download this and you can write your essay on this. You can download this and then you can upload it to your student portal. We know that if you go into your Outlook email program and you do your student portal and you go into Word there, then you can actually adjust this. And I've got a tutorial at the end of how to this and that module on how to actually do these things, how to do MLA formatting. And so this is, at the beginning, this is one of the things that I'm kind of fond of, is to put a block quote up at the top to introduce as a hook for your essay. It's got some more things. This is what the block quote should look like from within an essay. I like it to be indented about 1 inch on each side, space and a half. Notice that when you do a block quote, there are no quotation marks here. So all of this is useful information, and you can see what the MLA format is supposed to look like. So when you do this, you make sure that you're using MLA format, and it actually talks a little bit about what the essay is in this. So it's useful in terms of informational, but it's also useful in terms of that download for a file to use for your essay. So how to introduce authors and sources, this you should be familiar with. It's, the pattern, the in pattern, the according to pattern, those things need to be done well. I've been encouraging you to do those in your posts, and some of you have been getting, minor points deduction on that. You should check this out, because if you do this in your essay, there's going to be deductions for that. The essay organization chart, this chart is what you can do is this handout right here. This chart is something that you can use to organize your essay, to take notes on exactly what you need to do. It's related to the topics that you use, and then the support that you find for your topics. It's just a table that lets you, that encourages you to, I actually put this at the beginning of this race section, because you should be filling out this chart from the beginning. But if you haven't done that yet, then you want to be organizing around the chart so that you have a good support in each paragraph, that you have good topic sentences and so on. MLA format lesson plus the works cited page. You don't have to worry about a works cited page. You can just do this, use this download here and staple it to the back of your essay, or actually not staple anymore, but to attach it to the back of your essay. Download the file, the startup format link for MLA, etc. In here, there's, whoops, this is a dead link. I gotta go and fix that. But these are all, how to format from the startup download, and do this tutorial on how to format from start to finish. This is how to do the MLA formatting, etc. So all very good information on this particular page. I'm gonna have to go fix that YouTube. That's no longer active. I got rid of that one. Okay, so let me go back then. This must watch advice. I put that must watch there. There is a reason for it, because I want you to go here. I put it in caps. It's very important in terms of organization. So I want you to go here, and here are the possible topics that I'm encouraging you to utilize for your paragraphs. Each paragraph needs to have a topic sentence. And that topic sentence needs to utilize a formula. And I think the formula is up here. Yes, it is. It's right here. The formula is, if you're utilizing the one that I'm suggesting about the wealthy in our society have used race as a tool to maintain their position on top of the hierarchical position of races, then this is how you're going to, these are the elements that you would need to include in each particular topic sentence in order to make it work for you. Okay, and these are the topics that I'm saying that actually can work for you. There are, of course, other topics that you can find on your own. You're not limited to these, but these all work. There's support in the readings for these particular topics. Okay, now let's go back again. And here's where we turn in the rough draft. And I want you to make sure that you utilize this checklist. The checklist, all the elements on this checklist are important for you to go through. If you do this checklist, if you utilize it, because these are the elements that I'm looking for you to do when I grade your essay. So if you do these things carefully and you focus in on all the different elements on this checklist, you're going to do well on the essay. You're going to get a good grade. You're going to make progress. You're going to learn. And that's what it's all about. It's learning how to write this particular style of essay, which is going to help you throughout your whole college career. Okay, so the race essay checklist, I put that in nice big font so that you can actually find it. Another one here, there's a good essay in here that you can look at to see what somebody else did. Of course, you can't copy what they did. That would be plagiarism, but you can look at what they did and you can see if there's some samples of, what should a paragraph look like? What's a good topic sentence? What's a good thesis statement? All those different things that you can all look at these examples in this particular essay, and you can see what was done. And then once you write your rough draft, you apply your checklist. You proofread, proofread, proofread. You revise, revise, revise. Between the first time you write it and the next time you write it, there should be a little bit of a break so that when you come back to it, you can find things that you didn't think of before. Read your rough draft out loud. That's the best revision technique there is, to read your own work out loud. When you read your own work out loud, you're going to find errors that you wouldn't spot if you just, read it to yourself in your head. So the reason is that and the trick is that you got to read exactly what you see on the page. You can't fill in for your errors. So those are the things that you should do before you turn in your rough draft. And a rough draft is worth another 10 points towards your essay grade. Okay? And then the essay, I think, is worth, I believe it's worth 50 points. So the thesis statement and the rough draft, they do add in to the total score of your essay. Okay, now if anybody has any questions on your essay, if you want an individual Zoom, those are always available to you. I like to do them around 11:30 in the morning and maybe at 3:30 in the afternoon. But if you work during those times, then we can arrange another time. Good luck with this, and let me know if you need any more help. Great working with you. Bye.